It's not the first day of Ramadan, but I wasn't able to fast, if you know what I mean, the first few days. So I was able to fast yesterday and today, but let me tell you, I don't know what it is about this Ramadan, but it's been the hardest Ramadan for me, even though the days are shorter. It was so difficult. Like yesterday, I was tested in a way that was ridiculous. So there's actually another Somali person that works at my station. He's the nicest guy ever. He's like my dad's age. He's always looking out for me, but especially this Ramadan. I don't really tell my coworkers about Ramadan because it's really annoying when they don't even know what Ramadan is. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm fasting. And they're like, what's that? And explaining it over and over and over again to a bunch of people who don't know. It's like, I don't want to deal with it. So then I didn't really promote this idea that I was fasting, right? But my coworker didn't give a damn. He started going around the entire station talking about how me and him, he was like, yeah, you know, Asmaa over there, she's fasting too. It's 30 days. Don't give her extra. So he owns a route and I don't. So I'm a sub. So like he was literally going around the whole station being like, no, she's fasting. You guys can't give her extra, blah, blah, blah. But let me tell you something. So I've been doing this route that has 250 businesses. It's like one of the worst routes in the station. Honestly, I've done every route in the station, or pretty much almost every single route in the station. And let me tell you, that was the worst route that I've ever done by far. Because like basically, if you're not in the mood to socialize with at least 100 people every single day, like, you know, any other route that I do, it's like you get to like listen to stuff on full blast. You can listen to a whole YouTube live. You can just like enjoy your life and be who you need to be. But on this route, no, you basically get out, in. Hi, how are you? I'm doing good. Hi, how are you? I'm doing good. Hi, how are you? I'm doing good. It's like constantly chit-chatting with people when you don't want to. And it's so exhausting. It's so annoying. So like what happened was yesterday, it was a Monday. Ugh, just thinking about it is giving me horror. So I'm fasting, right? I didn't wake up for suhoor. So like what happened was I woke up late. So it's like my body was already struggling really hard with day 1 of fasting. So like on day 2, I literally opened my eyes at 7:30. I'm supposed to be at work at 7. And I'm literally hustling, calling my boss, being like, hey, I'm running late. And then I was like, oh, it's Monday. When I tell you, the whole universe, like they hit us with so much flats, packages didn't even get done. We were swarmed with so much nasty stuff. So like, let me tell you something. I finished the businesses by 5:30 p.m. So I spent the whole day casing, hustling, moving, grinding, right? And basically, it took me till 5:30 to finish those businesses. So when my boss, one of my supervisors, calls me and I'm like, hey, I need help. And he was like, no, I actually called you to see if you could help someone else. She's really struggling too. And she's someone who's new, but she had an easy route though. That was really frustrating to me. It's like, you had an easy route. I need help. What the hell? So like this Somali guy, right? He was literally looking out for me. He was so mad. He came back to the station at like, I think he said 7:30, and he said that there was another Somali guy on his route, and he was like, oh, are you fasting? And he was like, yeah, I'm fasting. So then the Somali guy said, 1 second. And it's basically a guy on his route. He was really nice. He ran in, gave him some chapati, tamir, just like food, and handed it to him and kept pushing. I literally broke my fast with some water and Pepsi. I was so mad, y'all. Like it got to the point where it was like I had no snacks in my bag. But then it's like if I stop to eat, I'm gonna be out there forever. Like it's already night and pretty much a lot of people are out there. It was really, really bad day. So then it was just like, apparently the Somali guy, he went back to the station and told the supervisor off, like, what the hell? She was fasting all day. Why are you not sending her help? And then he was like, I'm sorry, I genuinely can't send her any help. So yesterday was an awful day. So do you know what happened? My supervisors, they got told off by the Somali guy. So do you know what they did? They basically were like, oh, Asmaa needs a break. So then when I came in today, they were like, we need you out of here as soon as possible. So what happened was I finished really early today and they gave me tomorrow off. So I feel like that was on purpose. Like they gave me an early day today and tomorrow off because they knew what happened yesterday was some BS. Like imagine having the one person fasting out there being the last person at the damn station. So I was drinking my Pepsi, and the thing is, like, I think it was just like a mental thing, because once I drank the Pepsi I was all happy all of a sudden. But it was actually a miracle that I was running off of no suhoor. Like basically I did not eat, and I basically did not like eat anything proper until I got Chick-fil-A. Like I was so tired, y'all, so tired. I was like, ooh, I just went to Chick-fil-A, did a mobile order, and then I got myself a spicy sandwich meal, came home. Yeah, and I just went to sleep, and then I repeated the cycle today. But today I went to work late, but they were all kissing my ass. They were like, oh, sorry, I'm not supposed to swear. They were like, oh, are you okay? Yeah, we know you're fasting. It's like, here's the thing though. The supervisors let me go home, not because they actually felt sorry for me. They let me go home because they needed to cut my hours. But either way, y'all can kiss. Sorry, I need to stop swearing. But Afur time is almost here. Let's see what time it is. Oh, it was already Afur time. Bismillah. What should I eat first? Okay, let me not be greedy, so let me just start with water. I decided to do a mukbang to chat with y'all because when I'm fasting, I'm not... Yeah, because like when I'm fasting, I'm not like alive. Like I feel like I'm just running on autopilot. I'm not like very talkative. But yeah, like yesterday was honestly my last day on that lady's route, and I was so happy, you guys. I don't think you understand. Ooh, but anyways, that Somali guy really got my back. When he heard that I had an early day today, he was like, good, because I told them all off. I was like, he's really giving like dad figure. Like he's always trying to look out for me, but he's the funniest guy. But I'm not gonna go too much into him. So today, after I came back from work, I went to Hy-Vee and I did some shopping, and I was really craving butter chicken. But when I came home today, my body told me to sleep, so I slept here on this couch. So then I put chicken out. Like I left chicken out on the counter because I wanted to make some butter chicken. So what I'll do is I'll just marinate it and stuff. So let me show you what I'm gonna eat today. Before y'all start laughing, come on. Ramadan isn't about like the fancy schmancy food. It's about like, you know, staining yourself. So I made 2 tuna sandwiches. I just put like mayo, ketchup in it. I used the tuna with the oil in it. So I got some strawberries from Hy-Vee. I washed them real good and everything, and I made myself my own strawberry, chocolate covered strawberries, there you go, with Nutella. So yeah, boo, it's unhealthy. Ugh. Girl, I don't care. I got 2 options. I got this mango Arizona or Pepsi. Depends on what I'm craving. Then I got my extra hot Cheetos, a large Kit Kat, and Activia vanilla flavor. It tastes really good actually. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna eat today. Something about this Ramadan is harder than even like 2016. Like I remember back in 2016 we had to like fast until like 10 p.m. but it didn't feel as bad as this. I think it's because like every Ramadan, except for last year and this year, I've never had to like actually test myself physically when I'm fasting. I never had to, because I basically was able to just sleep throughout the day and struggle in a way like, oh, I'm just waiting for it's time to eat and stuff. And the only energy I exerted was to make food for the night. But like last year and this year was a whole different ball game. Imagine delivering a full heavy route and more because you're a sub and they don't give a damn about you and you're Ramadan and you're fasting. They're literally like, we still need you to run and do like 20,000 steps a day. Damn. It's just a tuna sandwich, you know. Not my favorite thing, but I just couldn't make the chicken. I couldn't cook. I just slept here. Slept on this couch. I couldn't do it. You know, I was supposed to go to my parents' house, but when I checked the weather app, it's raining and snowing. And one thing about me is I don't play about black ice. I'm not going. Alright, y'all. Let's talk about Eid abayas and why they're a scam. Let me tell you something. I'm not paying $200 for some polyester. That's not even cute. I'm telling you, there's something really strange about like these abayas. First of all, I've never been a fan of open abayas. I've always looked for closed ones. So like my mindset is, if the abaya doesn't look cute when it's closed, it's not cute. Second, why are you charging $200 for an abaya just because it has some glitter or it shines in the nightlight? I don't know. I just feel like in general, you know how like nail salons, everyone's talking about how they're scamming people and they're charging people so much money out of their own pocket, blah, blah, blah. I feel like a lot of Islamic brands or like hijabi brands who sell modest clothing know how desperate we are for good quality clothes, and they're like, watch this, and they're gonna scam us. So like I've seen a lot of women on TikTok complaining about it, and honestly I don't blame them, and I agree, because like I was looking at this one abaya and it's so beautiful and I was like, ooh, it looks really nice, but I knew what the fabric was. But when I go on the website, it says $250 pre-order sale. $250. And then the funniest thing is too, I see these abayas on my timeline. Maybe I shouldn't say this during Ramadan, it's kind of mean. But like sometimes I see abayas that I would never want to buy at the Carmel, you know, the Somali Mall. When I go to the Somali Mall and if I see a abaya that doesn't look cute, you just look at it and keep it pushing, yeah? Hey. But like when I see abaya on TikTok, it's like, it's not cute. But everyone's like pushing and going, wow. I don't know. So it's like for me, I might not even wear abaya in general. Like I really wanted to. There was this red abayas that I thought was really beautiful, but then it said pre-order. And I'm like, how do I know that it's gonna come on Eid or not? And I think another thing is too, I don't like this whole like pre-order, buy it online. It stresses me out. Like I don't like this whole mentality that we have to buy everything online or all the cute things are online. And I think another thing that stresses me out is, as someone that works all day long, like 70 hours, y'all, 80 hours sometimes if it gets bad, like I work so much outside of my own home that I barely have time to go in person to shop anyway. So I understand the appeal of going online, but like I don't like this new trend, this shift happening where hijabs are like $80 and everyone's like defending it. Well, it's a trend, it's cute, it's good quality. No, it's not good quality. You literally just slapped the cheapest material and it's like, it is pretty, but like it's not, you can't justify $80. I'm so sorry. Like you're not a luxury brand. No matter how much you want to push it on us, you're not luxury. Whoa, girl, let me just keep eating. Maybe I'm still mad from fasting all day. Listen, I can't do it. Like you're telling me this hijab because it's like trending, like you're not luxury. And here's the thing, you know how people run and go to try to defend these hijabi brands? Oh well, you would pay this much for the luxury brands, you would pay. No, I don't. You're talking to one of the most stingiest people in the whole universe. I'm not stingy when it comes to my family and friends. I'm not stingy when it comes to being a giving person through action, but when it comes to like these brands, I have my foot on their neck. Like, no, what do you mean $80 for a hijab, for a khamar. $80? Are you so for real? No. And then it's like, when they use that argument, oh, well, you would spend all this money on all these. No, I wouldn't. Trust me, I stand on business. Like, I don't have a Chanel bag. I don't have Louis Vuitton. I don't have none of these brands, nothing, nada. I've had my sisters had to explain to me sometimes, oh, this brand, this brand. I never wanted to buy no Tesla. I never wanted, what do you call Supreme, that ugly ass brand. I never wanted any of that stuff, okay? So like this whole mentality like, oh, well, you would buy it if it was for my white person. No, I wouldn't. So like, I hate the gaslighting. It's like, hey, this is unreasonably expensive for no reason. You are ripping us off. The immediate comeback is, oh, well, if it was a non-Muslim brand, you would buy it. No, I wouldn't. So like, I'm not buying no, I'm not buying no abaya this year. That's how petty I am. You can kiss. You know what? I need to. So one of my biggest things I need to do this month is to stop swearing. The thing is, I cuss like a sailor, and the problem is, it's not on purpose, right? But like, I can't help but. Yeah, so that's something I need to work on. But yeah, like with abayas and stuff, I was looking at them and I was really trying. I was pushing it. I was like, ooh, maybe I should spend 100. But why am I spending money that's for rent to buy abaya to flex on who? No, just for like 10 other girls to have the same abaya as me, and they're mugging me like, because I'm wearing the same abaya that they're wearing? Girl, let me tell you something, right? This is so funny. It's very specific, but do you know Ice Age? When Sid, he meets little Sids, and then he's like, Mimo, 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 like basically the Sids were copying him. I feel like, ooh, should I say this? I feel like the Somali community, or the Somali women, are basically like, there's Sid and then there's little Sids. Everyone's doing the same thing. Everyone's just copying each other. So like, what was so funny is there was these certain abayas trending on TikTok. And like, everyone's like, ooh, it's so cute, it's so cute. And then there was a girl who comes out and she's like, now I have to change which abaya I'm gonna wear for Eid because I saw 6 other girls on my timeline wearing the same abaya. And then everyone in the comments are like, yeah, I saw my abaya from like 6, 7 other girls too. It's like, girl, isn't that the reason you bought it? You know what? Maybe I'm just being really mean because it was a long day of fasting, right? But let me tell you something. I can't stand people who have no creative bone in their body, who are the most basic, unoriginal people, who have the audacity to do what's trending and then turn around and get mad at other people for doing what they just did. Like, what you mad about? Why are you mad that 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 other girls, probably hundreds of thousands now because TikTok makes things trend faster? How are you mad that everyone's wearing the same sparkly black abaya and you thought you were going to be the only one to have it before Eid, and now you are feeding into consumerism by buying another one? Girl, and the funniest thing is too, everyone, the same girls who are complaining about how 6, 7, 8 people are wearing their same abaya are in the comments or make another TikTok being like this. Hey, so what other abaya should we do next? Who's we? The only reason you were mad is because you followed the trend. Why are you trying to start a new trend, pioneer it, just for you to be mad on Eid when like you see 8, 9, 10, 11? Girl, what is not clicking in your brain? Use your brain, kiss your brain. Kiss your brain. Like, girl, what's wrong with you? I'm so sorry, but I can't stand unoriginal people, non-creative people, like the people who just constantly copy what's trending and they don't think for themselves. Like, what is your favorite color? What do you want to wear for Eid? And like, don't tell nobody. So like, if you're gonna ask me what are you wearing for Eid, I'm not telling you nothing. Listen, what am I wearing for Eid? I'm wearing what I wore last year that I didn't take pictures with, because apparently when I don't take pictures with nothing, it doesn't exist. People don't remember. I literally pulled out that dress. I'm like, hey guys, remember when I wore this on day 3 of Eid? And everyone's like, oh, I don't remember that. Well, I'm gonna make you remember. So basically, there's abaya, or not abaya. There's a dress that I wore last year on the 3rd day of like Eid al-Adha, right? And nobody remembered because I think it was like day 3. Everyone's kind of like, they're not interested. No one's taking pictures. Everyone was just like, the Eid is ending, right? So like, I'm wearing that one because I feel like, here's the thing, not to be a pick-me-sha, right? But I feel like the pressure, I never felt pressured to decorate my apartment or decorate for Eid like I did this year. I feel like this year especially, I felt a lot of pressure to decorate or else I'm not in the Ramadan spirit, right? But then I had to really sit and think about it. I was like, wait, Ramadan isn't about having like an aesthetically pleasing place. It's not about consumerism. Like, you don't have to buy Ramadan decor. You don't have to do any of those things. You just have to make sure that you have like good intentions when you start Ramadan and learn what you need to improve on, and that's it. Like, so basically, like, even though I love seeing those TikToks of women getting like their apartments decorated and everything for Ramadan, I feel like the simplicity of just, you know, making sure that you have food on the table, like, even though like I was thinking to myself, oh, this is really sad, like it would have been really nice if I forced myself, even though I was exhausted from work, if I forced myself to make butter chicken so I could show it aesthetically and set up this apartment and decorate it. And I was just like, wait, that's not what Ramadan's about. So then I had to really reality check myself. I was like, no, Ramadan isn't about like all this stuff. But yeah, honestly, the fact that I'm full after eating just one of these sandwiches is crazy. But yeah, work. I feel like Ramadan at work is going to be interesting because the only person who was promoting the fact that he was fasting was basically my coworker, my Somali coworker. But having him at work is really helpful because since he owns a route, he's a regular, he's able to come after the supervisors the way I can't. So like, I really respect that. He's a really good guy. I'm really happy that I work with him, and I'm really grateful that I'm fasting this year. I moved to a different post office, right? So like, this post office, because, okay, my older post office, I was the only Muslim on the floor, literally the only Muslim. So when it was time to fast, ain't nobody gave a damn. Oh, you need to eat? Oh, well, we still have like an extra route that you need to finish. So it was like a very like we don't care about you and your religion and nothing, nada. But here it's like, he's like, my Somali coworker, he's like, oh, you don't care? I'm gonna make sure you care. I'm gonna make sure you guys feel like crap. Why is she out there when you have all these other people who could work at this time? So he was like on it. So it was really nice. So yeah, I feel like they were peer pressure to give me extra time off, which I was really, really happy about. But anyways, all right, y'all. So I might just eat the second sandwich for suhoor. I have a dilemma. I would love to go drive up to my parents' house, but I'm terrified of black ice. I don't think you guys understand how terrified I am. When I saw the weather app today, today is actually March 4th, by the way. No. Yeah, March 4th. So it's like, I saw that it said it was gonna rain and snow. Rain and snow. And so like, for me, it's like, I would love to go to my parents' house so I could sleep there and wake up for suhoor and stuff. That would be really fun. Like, to wake up for suhoor and be in that festivityness. But at the same time, it's like driving out there, and also like maybe there'll be a little bit of variation in food. And then I can come back here and like make the butter chicken, or maybe I should just bring the marinated chicken to my parents' house with the ingredients so that they could help me just make it and stuff. Lots of things to think about. But anyways, yay, guys, when I tell you I don't give one hot diggity damn. This is why I'm no fitness influencer. You know, I've had so many people, especially last year and this year, be like, oh my god, girl, you lost so much weight. You look so snatched. What's your secret? What's your secret? It's like, girl, work over there. Be like malnourished from skipping meals. Walk 20,000 steps and trust you will lose weight too. Girl, please. I can't stand the whole, oh, what do you eat? What do you eat? Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. So I went to finally try the Dubai chocolate, and I tried the chocolate covered strawberries from this one store called the Golden Nuts. When I tell you, I was so mad at the lack of strawberries. Like, I feel like because they need to put all these sauces, they didn't give me enough strawberries. So then I was thinking to myself, like, why can't, I mean, you can, right? You have free will. But I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna make myself my own chocolate covered strawberries because ain't nobody. I was like, the thing is, I paid so much money too, and I was just like really disappointed because it was like after like 4 or 5 bites, all the strawberries were gone, and I was just left with sauce. So then, that's another reason why I don't like making initial first reaction TikToks to things, or like, what do you call it, reviews for things, because I feel like because of the hype of the newness, it's easy to be like, oh my god, it's so good. And then later you look like a whole fake person when you're like, actually. Ooh. Okay. You know when you eat too much too soon and then your stomach gets hit and it's like, stop. I didn't eat that much though. Don't gaslight me. Hey, what's my stomach doing? Huss. Oh, I barely ate. Oh, the sugar high feels so good, yo. Oh, by the way, the reason why I don't have any dates or tamir is because I forgot to buy some before Eid. So basically, when I went to the Dubai chocolate place, they had tamir, or like authentic dates. But also another thing is, I'm not just gonna grab any random dates because I don't want to buy the ones from It's Not Real. Okay, I don't want to buy it from them. So I want to make sure that it's from like a Muslim owned place, like a halal meat shop. That, and even the halal meat shops, you got to be careful because sometimes like you never know, right? So like I wanted to be careful about it, blah blah blah. And then Ramadan bibbidi boppity boo is here. So then I was like, oh, see, I was overthinking everything. But here's the thing, I'd rather not break my fast with dates than buy dates accidentally that support them. Whew. Hey, I'm doing a mukbang. Come on, stomach. Girl, please. This is the same stomach 2 weeks ago would eat an entire footlong and still be hungry. A footlong from Subway. I would eat a whole footlong from Subway and still be hungry. Like, what's next? Can't even eat 2 tuna sandwiches. But I mean, this is a lot of strawberries. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna front. With all this Nutella goodness. I'm gonna do one more bite and call it a day. I might just eat this tomorrow. Ooh, that feels really good. My shiny teeth that twinkles just like stars in space. So activity, I'm gonna save it for later. Whew. Come on, nah. Girl, listen, that's the thing that I can't stand about breaking my fast is like when you've been obsessing over food and obsessing and then realizing you can't even eat what you've been dreaming of eating all day long. Ooh. Yep. That felt very good. Anyways, my extra hot Cheetos. What was I gonna talk about? Honestly, I really needed this Ramadan. I was kind of worried about it, but honestly, I really needed it because I'm not even gonna lie, you guys. When I started my job last year, it was around March, and it was basically, I think, just a few days before Ramadan. And so when Ramadan hit, I was seeing like black dots in the sky. I was about to faint multiple times. So then there were a lot of days that I couldn't fast because I was like, oh, I can't do it. So like this Ramadan is more meaningful to me because it's like back then I had low iron. Now I don't have low iron, so I'm able to like, you know, properly fast at the end. But yeah, living alone and Ramadan feels very strange, I'm not even gonna lie. Because you don't have anybody shaking you awake or reminding you, hey, like a photo is in like 2 minutes, a photo is in like 5 minutes. Like there's always that one younger sibling that's like, BBC, breaking news, Ramadan's in 2 minutes, or like a photo's in 2, you know, that stuff. So it's like, it doesn't feel very good, you know, fasting alone. But you know, it's not bad. I'm not even gonna lie. I feel like, in a sense, I spend so much of my time at work that it just like honestly sometimes disgusts me. Like I just want to call in whenever I feel like it. I don't know, like there are a lot of moments, especially now with how society is like, buy, you gotta run, you gotta do. So like I feel like fasting in a way forces me to tune in with myself and be like, what am I not doing right in my life? What is something that I need to improve on? So that's one thing I like about Ramadan. It like really forces me to like prioritize what I need to prioritize. I'm just making stuff up, y'all. Like, I just ate Feel really good. Anyways, like I realize it's all in the mental, and especially this Ramadan, I really want to focus on being more disciplined. In the sense where, trust me, no one is more disciplined than me. Let me be so for real. No one's more disciplined than me. I really believe that. But I feel like this Ramadan, it's more of like a mental discipline. Like especially with food. Food is something that I really obsess over. It really makes my day. So like after a long day at work, going to Chick-fil-A is literally the highlight of my day. I'm like, yep, I'm gonna go eat good. So it's like all the other Ramadans, I've literally spent hours looking at mukbangs, watching people eat, obsessively watching people eat, and like, or playing like Papa's pizzeria, Papa's wingeria, Papa's like whatever game is over there in the papa.y8.com. I'd play that, obsessively play for hours, or watch people eat for hours, or always distract myself, right? So like this Ramadan is different, where like yesterday I was out there all day and I was not and I think like the nice thing is though, not having to constantly, like, it's like you have to be present. And I think that's the hardest part about this year's Ramadan, is like you're not able to distract yourself with movie after TV show, like the way I was fasting for most of my life. I think was not the correct way to do it. I wasn't being present in the moment and really reflecting and thinking about nothing. I was just like hungry. So it feels pretty different, I'm not gonna lie. It feels really, really different. Anyways, I don't know, y'all. Belly full, content. I don't know. I'm feeling like I don't want to. I'm just being lazy, but I don't want to marinate that chicken no more. Is it too late to put in the freezer? Yeah, because I'm not feeling it. I just want to like relax and go back to sleep. I don't know what I'm feeling. I'm really happy I took that nap. Another thing is too, I do have to go to Salah, 100%. I might do it on a work day, like basically Saturday night when I come back from work, I'll just put on my abaya and go to Salah. Or I might do it tomorrow, since the next day is work. But yeah, like it just feels really strange. All right, y'all. Okay. I'm very happy now. Listen, I've always said this. I've always said that Ramadan is a very hard time for me, only because it's not like I'm obsessed with food, right? But I do think food controls a large aspect of my life. So like when I'm craving something, I don't like restrain myself. Does that make sense? So like if I'm craving like hot Cheetos, I will go to the ends of the earth. Like it's like I'm a addicted, like crazy person, like crazy in my eyes. I'm counting pennies so I can make sure I can get myself a bag of hot Cheetos. And I've always been that person since I was a little kid. So I feel like Ramadan in a way forces me to like reflect on like what is this obsession with food. And so like for me, I couldn't go one day without coffee, or I couldn't go one day without spicy food, or I was just like obsessively like about a lot of things. So I'm really happy with myself, you know, because like normally during Ramadan I binge eat and then I feel sick later. So like this Ramadan has been really interesting because normally I would never be caught dead eating a tuna sandwich for a fur. Yeah, because I was bougie like that, okay? I'm a changed person. So like I used to be like, I'm not eating a tuna sandwich for a fur, never. So then I would like drain my bank account to go buy myself something nice, right? So like what I like about myself now is that I'm not obsessively like running to like go buy food, and it's like I have to be like, hey, Ramadan is like basically I feel like it sounds crazy, right? But I'm understanding the true meaning of this month. It's not about like what's the next best meal, like what is the next amazing meal that you can create, that you can post, or you know what I mean. So like I realized Ramadan isn't even about that. It's more about the spiritual aspect of your life, reflecting on it. And even though there are a lot of things that I do want to change about my life, I do think like I've changed in a lot of good ways. So like mashallah, alhamdulillah. All right, bye. I need to go. I'm not making no sense. Anytime I'm coming up with a really nice point, my mind goes blank. Yep, food coma. But it's not a bad food coma. It's like a reasonable food coma. It's not the food coma where you need to go to sleep right after. It's like, oh, I'm well fed. So anyways, y'all, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.